do everything you wanted to do? Or?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I got a lot of time with my family. That's great.
How's the hand? I know there's no wrap on it anymore. Are we fully healthy?
No wrap, nothing. Yeah, fully healthy.
And no surgeries.
No surgery needed. Yep.
How much of a blessing was that?
That was great. I mean, it was either take surgery or do rehab for a long, certain period of time. Both outcomes meant I couldn't play for a month or 2 months, whatever it was, So we went over it, and if you don't need to put screws in your body, they said better don't do it, So we went with that route.
Well, you still have the service of Alex Lynn, but now you have somebody, a veteran, in JaVale McGee. What's the importance of having him on this team going into the season for the next playoff game?
It's big, He's already vocal. He's a champion. He's been through a lot, and having a guy like that with his game, a lot of versatility, everything he can bring for us is going to be huge.
What's it like for you having Duarte back on the same team, and what do you think he brings to this group?
It's great. We have a great relationship. Off the court and on the court, we had a great chemistry in Indy his rookie year. So having him here, as much as I can help him, I'm going to be there for him.
You look at the season that you had last year, and then the pieces that you've added. Do you consider your team one of the elite in the West?
Of course. I trust all my teammates. I know what we can bring to the table and what we have to improve on starting tomorrow. And if we can get these things right, I think we're definitely going to be one of the top teams.
What is the expectation?
Expectation for us is just to carry on building of what we did last year. We set a culture here that we just got to keep the new faces to buy into it and keep building on it.
What do you feel like you learned personally from the 7-game series against the Warriors?
I learned that we can actually guard. Obviously, things turned out how they could, but our numbers and all the analytic stuff that the coaches do, we definitely can do it, and we just got to start with that tomorrow. Maybe we use a lot of energy there, and then they don't have the same offensive power, but now that the coaches know that they say they know that we can be at a certain level, they're going to push us starting tomorrow. So if we can condition ourselves to do that and still do the offense we have been doing throughout the year, we're going to be a scary team.
How can that playoff experience help you guys elevate your defense throughout the season versus just turning it on for a playoff series?
Big, because that means we're going to be used to it. That's going to be our standard. So we won't be able to go below that. And in the playoffs, everyone elevates their game. So we'll definitely be ready.
Teams expose weaknesses too in the playoffs, and it seemed like the Warriors, obviously with all their experience, did a good job on you guys in limiting your offense. Were there things that you needed to focus on individually with your offense? Is it not hesitating on the mid-range? Like what was it for you this offseason?
Yeah, of course. Shooting has been a big part of my game since I came to the league, and improving that, and just being confident with it and shooting it, and at the same time learning when to shoot, when to not. If I make a couple and it's open again, at the same time I am the main hub of the offense and getting the ball moving. And if I decide to shoot every time, at the same time, we're not this offense that we have created here. So I trust myself and my IQ to figure that out during the games, and when to do what.
You said the thumb is fully healed. What was the recovery process like for you during the offseason? Was there some downtime where you just didn't do anything to allow that to heal?
Well, I couldn't play any contact sport for a long time. If I went in the gym, it was just shooting, catch and shoot, nothing crazy, nothing hitting on it, because anytime it would get hit, it would get swollen again, so then that would just delay the healing process. So yeah, I didn't get a lot of contact practice as much as I wanted
for how long?
This summer. Probably quite a while. It was 2-3 months. Yeah, I definitely could work on my game and my body, but nothing live against anyone else.
Domas, how much are you looking forward to the home opener against the Warriors? Not so much for revenge purposes, but to, I guess, get that test again from that team and how you've improved already over the summer.
I'm just thinking about the fans. Game 1 at home against them, I think it's going to be electrical again, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Early thoughts on Sasha, just what he adds shooting-wise for you guys?
I mean, he's EuroLeague MVP, so to do that, of how his style of play is with shooting and not a lot of dribbles, cutting, speaks enough, So I just can't wait till training camp to get some time with him on the court.
You had Duarte around you almost every workout that we
Yeah.
saw. Is that what was the reason for that? And do you try to? I mean, obviously you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
But do you try to bring him into a better headspace as he enters this team?
Yeah, once we traded for him, I was excited. I reached out. I said, "You should come to LA, for a week," and then he ended up being with me for 3 weeks. Two in LA, one in Napa. Couldn't get rid of him. Thank God. But no, it's great. The more he can get used to the system and being around me, I work with Doug Christie and Barbosa. So the more he can be around the coaching staff and everyone to get him to feel comfy is the most important thing.
How much was your hand an issue for you during the playoffs? Because I imagine it's more physical. They're probably slapping
Yeah.
at it. Was that tough?
At
I know you don't wanna
moments-
make excuses.
At those moments, you don't really think about it. You just play. With adrenaline, with the medicine, with everything they put me on. So it's good.
Is Sasha a guy?
Excuse me.
You making your own wine?
Maybe we'll see something in the future. Yeah.
How much is Sasha a guy who you might be able to utilize in that DHO game that you guys like to play?
It's gonna be big. I feel like he's a really smart player, and he'll know how to exploit defenses on the things they throw at him. And he can really shoot it. Probably the best shooter on the team, and we're gonna have to use that to our advantage.
Anything else?
What are these workouts have been like in this past couple weeks, and maybe what just kind of leaps off the page when you see it kind of blend together?
We're just learning everything. We're just learning all the system. There are a couple new guys out there, so the more they can learn it, the quicker we can head into training camp and not have to talk and spend extra time, and maybe get some shorter practices.
For sure.
Yeah.